So I was gonna show initial reactions to when I first picked up this car, but I was hanging out with family. It's Memorial Day weekend. There was pool action, there was food, there was drinks. I had a lot of other stuff going on, so here we are. Da, 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 the official reveal. So obviously I'm driving right now. I'm in the 1999 Mazda Miata, so it's an NB Miata. Just passed the cop. Not even in his car. I've been driving back from Atlanta for the past 6 hours, guys. There have been probably 10 cop cars without cops. They're just trying to be sneaky. I'll get out, I'll walk around the car here when we get back. Quick first impressions. I used to own this car back 4 years ago. My uncle gave it to me, and then I got the WRX, so I gave it back to my uncle. 4 years goes by, did all the fun things with the WRX, and then I just went and got this car back again. It's gonna be really funny, I just realized, if you guys can hear me totally fine and I'm yelling and probably my veins are coming out of my neck without even needing to, but I have no idea what the audio is gonna be like, so if this is very loud. But first impressions, first re-initial impressions, I guess, 4 years later, this car feels way smaller than I'm used to. I feel absolutely enormous in this thing. I'm 6'1", I'm 6'1", and I am scrunched up in here. I don't know if it was the way that I used to have this seat position or something, but basically I have it all the way back and it doesn't go any lower. So I feel like my head is kind of up above even the roll bar. And then, anyway, I need to get new seats. Also, it is slow. It is slow compared to the WRX, obviously, but there's plenty you can do to give it a little more life. Forced induction. We'll talk about all those options in another video. Then what else? A little bit of sloppy handling. So there's definitely some body roll. It's got the structure from the roll bars, gives it a little more tightness. There's also a front strut bar that goes over top of the engine. I do have a suspension package on the way, so we'll get that on and talk about some before and afters, all that good stuff. But I will say one thing, even with all of those negatives, if that's what you even want to call them, this car has been an absolute blast, guys. Absolute blast. You got the top down, you got the music up, you got people looking at you, you got this roll bar on here. This car looks all aggressive because this is the classic stereotypical hairdresser's car. I should probably start looking for jobs now because my hair is getting all wild from being in this car for 6 hours. I told myself I am going to make it all the way home 9 hours with the top down. I'm not putting it up. It already briefly sprinkled a little bit on me. Wasn't too bad. It kind of just blows over the top as long as it's not pouring down rain. I feel like I'm just rambling. But anyway, it's got 113,000 miles, relatively low mileage, and it was only driven 3,000 miles in the last 4 years, which is nothing. I really want to get this car out to the track this summer. I really want to get this car out to a few autocrosses this summer. Got some wheels on the way, got some suspension on the way as well. And then I want to get some seats, I want to get some exterior things, I want to get some interior things. Maybe I'll get your guys' thoughts on some of that. Maybe I can throw out some suggestions of like one or the other, or top 3, and then do a vote of parts to get and stuff like that. But we'll see. I got about 2 hours left to get home, and we'll walk around the car, take a little peek ski, show you what we got going on. Well, hey there, little guy. Did you meet your little brother over here? You're not quite as loud as him. We're gonna have to do something about that. Freshly back from the trip, if you can't tell. I got the hair going, I got the burn going. My arm is fried. Realize back in the convertible life again, you gotta have sunscreen, boys. So, this is the startup. It's stock exhaust, but it does have a nice tone from the intake that I have on here right now. Not on startup, but like kind of a, you can hear that little sucking noise, if you will. Oh, no backup camera. No backup camera. No nothing, guys. There's no ABS, there's no traction control, there's no power windows, no power seats, there's nothing. There is nothing on this car. It has power steering, that's about it. Pure, raw fun. Here we go, you ready? Way too quiet. It's got a good sound, It sounds like a Miata. Oh my gosh! I seriously forgot how much fun this thing was! When you put the top down, you got this nice weather, it just pumps out the endorphins, you feel good. I also forgot how fun rear wheel drive is, kicking the ass end out in some corners, just coming around, ripping turns. Kicking the ass end out just a bit, and it just corrects itself. You really can't, I mean, yes, you can lose control, but it's so easy to recover from a little bit of a slide. It's just, oh my gosh, it's just so fun. And with sticky tires on this thing, woo! So here she is in Oliver Green glory. It is mica green, that was one of the colors. Man, look at that hair, what? Let's do a little quick walk around, show you guys what's up. Pretty plain, pretty basic. This is just the base model, okay? I'll talk a little bit about what we got going on, what needs touched up. We're gonna do a little quick bath action and get her cleaned up after the cruise or after the trip. And after not seeing her for 4 years, she's gonna need a little TLC from old Kai here. So let's just point out a couple of the issues. Back in the day, backed into my mom's car in the driveway. So this fender, this rear bumper here has some action going. Still there, paint chips. This needs to be pushed kind of back up and realigned. Oop. And what else we got? I put this roll bar on here when I had it. I put on some KYB AGX shocks, I believe they were. Struts, they were just kind of like basic OEM replacements. I did that. And then I put in this janky intake. So wait till you see this thing. Basically the stock intake comes from there, and then it's got a box that sits right there. Well, I wanted to do a custom cowl intake because they make for these Miatas like a tube that goes up to the cowl of the windshield there, like right above the hood. So I bought an air filter, carbon fiber of course, and then I bought this cheap AutoZone accordion style tube and stuck the sensor right in the side of it with tape, with electrical tape. I have no idea how that is still held up after 4 years. I guess because he only drove it for 3,000 miles. That is going to be replaced, I can tell you that. This strut bar that goes across here isn't the most quality, I'd say. It probably could be replaced as well. Anyway, there's the motor. That's what makes it go forward. What else we got? A little bit of a nick here. That was from a cart. I believe that somebody hit it once. I hit a deer with this thing when I had it. It came in, you know, some nice deer hair was stuck in the headlight, and then its head kind of went around and smacked this fender. So this fender had a big dent in it, and that's been resprayed and fixed since. New wheels, those are on the way. Tires, side skirts, in addition to the ones that are on here. I actually put these on there as well, but I want the ones that kind of come up underneath. Something with the back end, a little surprise. That'll be some real fabrication work on my end. It's got this tow hitch that you can use for bikes or whatever. I'm taking that off just for weight. I'm never really going to use it. Getting rid of this ugly ass antenna, putting a little shorty on. I don't use that anyway because I listen to Spotify, so I'll be replacing the radio with a new head unit, Apple CarPlay, all that good stuff. New seats. These seats are not actually in bad condition. There was my back. If you guys watch any of my other videos, you know I've always got the back support. But new seats to kind of sit a little bit lower below the roll bar, so if I'm doing autocross and track days and whatnot, I'll fit the regulations there. So here you guys can see kind of what it looks like with the top up, just chilling there. Yeah, there it is. So the rear glass, this
came out a bunch of times. I resealed it down here. My uncle ended up resealing it up at the top and kind of like down at the sides, it looks like. So there's some cleanup to do there as well. Overall though, this car is in really good shape for being 20 years old. It's 20 years old, guys. Look at that shine. Oh, we gotta remove the baby teeth. So another thing, if you can see here, in the grill, there are these little tow hooks. They're not really tow hooks, they're actually tie downs. And they put those on there to tie the car down on the boat, on the ship, when they shipped these over from Japan. So people take those off. I heard it's actually not that easy to do, but we're gonna do that because it looks ugly. Not gonna put a front license plate on there because that's stupid. Lots of fun things planned. Lots of ideas I'm sure will come of it as well. The tint, I did this tint myself. It's starting to turn purple. I don't have the window up here, but you can see it there. Need to get that done. I have a guy that has done the WRX and a couple other of my friends' cars, so he'll do the rear glass because I can't do that myself. It's too hard with the defrost thing on there and everything. But here she is. We're gonna bathe her. We're gonna get her done, and then gotta end this video because I think we're getting a little lengthy here. A little lengthy. The new whip. It's the new project. It's the new fun.